We live, we ready. Let's do it. Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. She go, ooh la la. You can't hear me? We. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. You hear me now? Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the real question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page and usher to the left, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. And if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start my show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game because my nigga Goody on the check-in. My brother Muta on the check-in. You can hear me now, Goody? Like, can you hear me now? Like Verizon? Can you hear me now? You always try to go live, and I'm going to bring you on. But you know it's like a one-man band show, especially just starting out. Got to jump into the topics, and it's a lot of stuff spinning in the clip. First of all, it's Saturday. First Saturday of Ramadan. Last Monday we started Ramadan. We told y'all the month was coming. And so far, 6 days in, I feel good. I feel energetic. I feel blessed. I'm also, been fasting for a long time. A couple of my friends, they hit me up. They fasting this shit. All praises due. They like first day or 2 days, I was having some headaches or I was a little lethargic. My other guy, my brother Clip, he started feeling better. You know what I mean? Like he was going through some stuff and fasting, kind of like Tony. There was no other way. Reverse it like a circle. And so, fasting is prescribed to us as it was prescribed to those before us. And, my first fast, I was 16, so that was years ago. And I've been fasting ever since. I think one of the reasons why, brothers stay out the washing machine and not looking too bad when you see people like in your age bracket, in your era, 5 years in front of you, 5 years in back of you. So if you 30, 35, 25, that's like your era. And in my era, you see a lot of people, they don't look that great. You know what I mean? They ain't take the best care of themselves. And we all go through life, and nobody gonna go through life unscathed. You know what I'm saying? So, we feeling good, we feeling blessed. But if you thought you wasn't gonna see me because it's Ramadan, then if you ain't been watching the show, you ain't been following Popovich TV, we still going bring the real. We still gonna come, and give it to you like we supposed to give it to you. A lot going on in the news. Let's jump right to this, right? Let's jump right to this. Father, I think it's in Newark, New Jersey. Jersey, stand up though. Like, that's the tri-borough, or that's the tri-state rather. Jersey, Connecticut, New York. So anyway, it was a father went up to a school, and let me see if I can pull up the clip real quick before we dive into, my thoughts on this. Thought it was real interesting. A lot of people, especially the women, like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? A lot of ladies in the comments was like, protect women at all costs, and I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? They're like, if you don't got no daughter, you ain't gonna understand. And I said, yeah, I guess I can understand, you know, from a father's perspective. I don't got no daughters, and I ain't got no sons either. I know how it is to raise some kids, and I got nieces and nephews and little cousins, etc. So I gotta say, if it was them that this happened to, wait a second, let me find. I got it right here though. I be saving a lot of stuff for the show now. You know what I mean? But anyway, here you go right here. I'm sure y'all familiar with it. You like this him right here? You know what I mean? Like this the nigga right here, the little young boy? Got a problem with my daughter? You know what I mean? And we on a few platforms streaming live, so if you see me looking in different directions, that's what we doing. So the first boy's like, yo, I ain't do nothing too. I don't even know what you're talking about. He like, you heard what I said. So anyway, y'all can go check out the video. I ain't gonna show the whole video because I want to talk about the incident. Because a lot of the ladies in the comments, like I said again, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? I get it. You a mom. You don't want nobody bullying your daughter. And we see that, you know, not only just here in America, and this is America. Bullying can lead people to commit, you know, off themselves, self-deletion, come to school and do the unthinkable. And, you know, I mean, you're going to learn today because you want to be a bully. So I think the father, obviously, he was in the right place with it. Like, obviously, nobody don't want nobody bullying their child, doing nothing to their child, hurting their child, etc., making them feel like, you know, they don't want to go to school. And I, at one time, got bullied, too. I wasn't always, you know what I mean, going up north and getting in trouble and running with the thugs. At one point in time, yeah, you got to take your lumps and bruises, and you got to learn, like, oh, they're going to keep taking my hat. Oh, they're going to keep smacking me in my head. Oh, they're going to keep taking my butter crunch cookies, like Big said. Why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place. Learn your position. Like, we all got to go through it. And some of us came out the gate bullying people, and you never was bullied. You was the bully, and you was the Broad Street bully. So anyway, he go up to the school, unannounced, you know what I mean? Like, snuck his way in, allegedly, maybe kind of sort of, got to the classroom, stepped to the young boys, and pretty much was like, yo, I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to do you dirty if you ever, you know what I mean? And so, you know, instead of, I guess, calling the principal, instead of getting the parents on the back line, instead of having a parent conference with the other parents, like if it's me, right? And I know I don't do things correct and right all the time. Sometimes I'm an asshole. Sometimes I fuck it up a little bit. Sometimes I'm a little late to the party. For whatever reason, right? That's just me. So I know what it's like to do stuff the wrong way, even though your heart may be in the right place. You want to definitely call on, definitely want to go to the school and see who it is. But me personally, I definitely want to see who the father is or the moms. And so anyway, he go up there, he threatened the two little boys. One of them, like, as he was leaving, one of them, like, do it now. Because he was like, yo, if I have to come back here again, or if I got to spin the block again for mines, I'm going to knock one of y'all out. I'm going to put hands and feet on you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to put some cozy souls on you. You know what I'm saying? And he was arrested. Can't just go walking into school. You know what I mean? Obviously, with mass shootings and stuff like that in America, in our school system, metal detectors, sometimes they even have, you know, policemen, policewomen. They're not just security, real, you know, NYPD, for various reasons, right? Some schools worse than others. High school I went to was Brandeis. Junior high school, those from Holland, from the New York area. Went to IS-10, went to PS-190, you know what I mean, PS-197 and all that other stuff, right? And so you can't just walk into schools no more. You got to show your ID. You got to tell them who you are, who you're here to see, and all that. So he just got up to the classroom, and now it's a grown man confronting little boys. No matter how big they may be, no matter how much food you feeding them, no matter how big their shoe sizes. And some of y'all kids got some big ass feet. And you're like, damn, y'all got all the Jordans, you got all of the Kyries, you got all of LeBron Jameses, but your grades is a little low. Your behavior is a little off kill. So I get it. I done been to the school plenty of times, you know what I mean? For mines and, you know, sitting in the classroom, sitting in these PAT meetings, and you see how the ratchet some of the parents are, women that is, a lot of them single moms coming in, they blame the school system, they blame the teachers, and now with social media, you know, we see a lot of clips spinning from the classroom. And so, although, you know, ladies and some men. This is some in the comments, right? I'm looking up Bond and Lloyd. This is actually Nino Brown, like Kareem Akbar. He is the true leader of the CNB, and no, not Wesley Snipes that played in New Jack City. Nino Brown, obviously, he's big YouTuber, big social media influencer out of the Miami area, because they locked the brother up. So he's like, yo, give me the lawyer, I'm gonna pay for this. Some people like he's a hero, and a lot of ladies like been there, done that. And for mine, I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna do all that. We get all that. Like Jada said, you're gonna die for me, but would you live for me? Like, we know everybody is overzealous to just throw their life away. When you love somebody, when you riding for somebody, but are you gonna live for them? And this is not the way. Like his daughter now, I don't know their age. I'm assuming 13 to 16. 15, around that age. Yeah, he defending her, and you're supposed to defend the people in your family. You're supposed to protect yourself at all times. But when you're dealing with school and other people's children, you got to watch how you do it. Now, you could just go do what you want. And like Noriega said, you hate the law, nigga, break it. I don't care, but when you get caught, remember that I don't care. You can break the law. Go ahead and do you. But when they come catch up to you, don't be asking people to hit you on the back line and send you commissary and all that, because a couple of minutes ago, how they say a few moments later, you was just saying you ain't give a fuck. Fuck the system, do this, do that. Now you're locked up for some dumb shit. And, a lot of ladies is like, yo, the daughters, when I was in 4th grade, everybody ain't gonna play about their kids. And again, why not just speak to the father or the mother? Listen, your little badass kid is, bothering my child. We're not cool with that. This is what's gonna happen if this continues. And also, you hold a school liable. And I get it. A lot of people in the comments was like, yo, these schools ain't shit. The public, the school system is broken. And, that aside, I believe, yeah, kids is in school for 8 hours a day. Yeah, 8 hours a day, pretty much. You at work for 8 hours a day. So they are in custody. They are in control of what your kids is going to learn and, obviously how they're going to learn. But you as the parent, you number one. Like, number one, that's your job first and foremost, to teach mannerism, to teach how you move in a room full of vultures, what's acceptable behavior, what's not, And so again, although I understand that, he don't want nobody fucking with his, you can't go threaten other people's kids. You could, but you breaking the law. You breaking an interest. They charged him some of the stuff I didn't know. They said assault. I don't know what type of assault. Let's see it go right here.
Gray police say that father went into the school to check his daughter out. Instead of going with her, he went up to a classroom and allegedly threatened to punch and knock out a student.
Can't go around doing that.
His daughter was having a dispute with.
Apologize to my kids.
This video is part of the police investigation. It appears to show a parent confronting a child.
You just can't do it. So, what you got to do is go through the righteous steps, just like it's due process. Now, obviously, when that fails, then you probably should get ratchet. Obviously, and then one of the kids is like, yo, what people wasn't mentioned in the comments, and then we're going to get off this. The first dude that's like, yeah, I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about. He like, yo, she got pictures, or a picture, I believe he said, of me and my mom. So, maybe they dating, maybe they fucking around, as little boys and as little girls. When you like somebody, or you thought you did, you just didn't tell them that you liked them. You smacked them, You pulled their hair. You did some dumb shit to try to get their attention. Boys and girls at these ages of 13, 14, 15. And it's, obviously it's no right or wrong. You can say, obviously, you're not supposed to pull no girl's hair. If you liking her, while you pulling her hair, just don't tell her that you like her. But a lot of times, we don't know no better. So that's some of the stuff that we did. I'm gonna beat you up. Like, what's the dude said, Music Soul Trial. He said, I liked you. That's why I always wanted to fight you. This is a boy wanting to fight a girl, but he like, if I would have knew you was the girl next door, then I would have been more nice to you. But because I liked you, I want to fight you. Now you may say, damn, you like me, but you want to fight me. That doesn't even add up. But we talking about kids. We're not talking about full grown adults, parents who supposed to know better. And we from the hood. Like, can't tell me you haven't been to one of your school, your kid's school, and you seen a parent that was just belligerent acting overly aggressive, cursing out the teachers, blaming everybody for their little son Johnny because he failed in his grades, because Shorty is kissing the boy or kissing a few boys or got caught in the room, you know what I mean, doing something they wasn't supposed to do. We all been there. And so that's why it's very important for you to, you know what I mean, talk to your kids, you know what I mean, let them know how to move, but also, you know, be active at the school, see who's who. Nowadays, you know, we just don't know, you know what I mean? But I thought that was interesting that it was not a disparaging contrast between the men and the women in the comments, but ultimately it was just women saying, yeah, you know, he was right, should have put hands. Some women were saying he should have put hands on the child. And then, like I said, the kid was like, all right, well, go ahead and do it. And then he came back from leaving out the classroom about to, came back up to him and got in his face, but he didn't do nothing. I'm glad that he didn't. Let's talk about this shit too. This shit got everybody going crazy. Just happened on the subway. Obviously, you had a shooting on the train. A brother was shot in the head. He started it. He was the aggressor. The whole scenery, you know, was crazy. I can only imagine, you know, when it got real, when he pulled the hammer out, people that was in the train ducking down. And I'm sure y'all seen some of the video. If y'all didn't see it, then I think I got some of it too as well. Because this was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Where this shit at? So anyway, it's a guy. He was faking like a police, or kind of maybe sort of insinuating that he was a police. Obviously, he wasn't. Probably was a little crazy, a little deranged. Jumped the train, came through the door, didn't pay. And they say a lot of criminals that evade the fear, they got weapons on them, they got drugs on them, they terrorizing the New York subway system. And, you know, honestly, I told you, I'm on the bike, I'm on the bus, I'm on the train, I'm all over when I'm traveling through New York City. So I know what it's like when you get on the train. It's like, damn, you gotta go in the subway. You know, even though the mayor's like, it's safer now, they putting National Guards, they putting this, they putting that. Yet and still, a week after they do that, this happens. So a guy, again, get on the train, start talking about the immigrants and how they do stuff to the police. You know, and at first I thought he was a Spanish guy, but people were saying that he was an Arab guy. You know what I mean? The lady who did the stabbing, she was Spanish. So anyway, I get on the train. I don't think I got the video. A lot of people, they taking it down, but it definitely was going viral. He get on the train, start fighting the dude. 2 minutes fighting, right? 2 minutes. Nobody really getting the best of nobody because it looked like they didn't really want to fight, especially the dude that was the aggressor. They going around in a circle and, you know what I mean, eventually they throw a couple of punches, nobody really land nothing. And then, you know, finally when they do lock up, you know, the black guy, I don't know his name, got the brother, you know, on the seat or whatever, hit him a few times. Then you see Shorty, Spanish chick, come behind and, you know what I mean, stab him twice. Like, I don't know why she stabbed him. People were saying they was together, then people saying they not together. So the details is still sketchy. You know what I mean? I'm not going to claim to know all the details. I'm just looking at what was spinning in the clip like y'all. However, it was 2 men fighting. 2 dudes, whether one is wrong for starting the fight or not. It's 2 dudes. Now, if she was with the guy, then that's different. Like, damn, you know, if I'm with my lady or I'm with my cousin or somebody, I really don't expect them to get in. I mean, if I'm getting washed, like, that means you probably going to get washed too. Just let me get my ass whipped in peace. Probably call somebody, call another man. But I want to say, ladies, don't jump in. I know we see it happen a lot, but you can get hurt. You know what I mean? And so she stabbed him. You know what I mean? He felt it, got up, holding the dude still, holding him. And he looked back like, damn, you stabbed me? And then that's when everything went left. Like, it was a black lady recording. She just sitting there. You know, people record all the time on the train. It's New York City. We see wow. Gray, what up, though? We see wild, crazy shit happening on the train. I know I have. From people, it was another viral video that went viral. I think it was in the Bronx. Yeah, because the train was outside. The outside platform. Lady sitting there, waiting for the train, minding her business. Some dude walked by, bang, smack her with some shit. Whole bag of feces right in her face. See people get pushed on the train. We see the unthinkable on the train. It's like a whole nother world, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not shocked and amazed that he came on there and was belligerent, tried to pick a herb, pick somebody smaller than him because the guy was smaller than him. However, it was still two dudes. Two dudes, four fists is equal. You know what I mean? Even though he might have got the better of him. Once she stabs him, that was the game changer. Because you never know who's holding what, who's dealing with what. So he went right to his bag, pulled out the strap. That's when you see all the passengers run to the other side. Even little kids was on the train. And you hear people like, get down, baby, get down. I know it probably was really, terrifying. Probably not as terrifying as the dude came can't think of his name, but the shit that happened last year on the train where the dude came with the gas mask, on some, Vin Raines type shit on some Batman, like came in there, lit the whole train up and then started shooting people. That probably was really scary because of smoke, you don't know what's going on. This time here, the lady was recording the whole thing. She ain't even move. Other people moved when they started fighting. She sat right there, but when he went to go get the blicky, that's when shit got real. When he pulled out, you hear him cock it. He like, oh, you want to stab me? She like, I didn't do nothing. And for what it's worth, the reason why I think she was with homie is because even though she defended him, he stood in front of her. How many of y'all gonna stand in front of, a gun and a stranger that you don't know, even if they try to help you? Like, dun dun. Like your life's on the line. Now it's no really going back. Heart racing, cheeks getting a little tight. You like, damn, nigga got the blicky, and obviously it's an automatic. So it's like, not one shot. You could kill a few people. And obviously it didn't turn out like that. It didn't even turn out like how he thought it was going to turn out. Allah's the most, the law's the greatest. So what happened was he pulled out the burner, threatened them like, yo, you stabbed me and woo woo. They start rustling. The guy rustles the gun from him, end up popping him. But you hear multiple shots. So maybe while they was rustling and tussling with the gun, a couple of shots went off. No innocent bystanders was hit, and he ended up getting shot in his head. So he came on the train with a burner, got shot in the head, and got stabbed. So it's another thing, right? Like real quick, because again, people were saying he was Spanish, some saying he was Arab, right? No matter what I take from it is, seeing like all the other cultures, even though every culture, every race or nationality, I should say, not culture, they bicker with each other, they fight with each other, etc. You got, white on white crime, you got black on black, but you black, right? We know we got black on black crime. You got Asian on Asian, Latino on Latino, we get it. However, to me, just in my observation of my little time on this earth, and I'm fortunate to see the age that I've seen. I hope I live long more, right? Other cultures, other races, they're gonna stick together when it's against other people. Make no mistake about that. Oh, but you black, so we're gonna fight each other too. But when it comes down, are you gonna defend? Like my boy Gray said, we bearing arms, but not against the race. Like you bearing arms and you bout it when it comes to me. But are you going to bear arms and be bout it when it comes to the other? You don't really see too much of that. Obviously, we seen the video with the young black brother diving in the water like Aquaman to go save the brother. That video probably live in infamy forever. And a lot of black folks was like, yeah, about time, and we need to be doing that. And we should have been doing that. You know what I'm saying? And so, the charges was dropped against the dude that popped him. Obviously, it's self-defense. But what about the lady? Do she hold some culpability and escalate? And you always hear them say, the police, y'all need to de-escalate. You come and you being aggressive, or you're not trying to bring things down to a simmer. You want to turn it up and turn down for what? If she wasn't with him and she did that, she possibly caused a whole bunch of people to possibly, maybe kind of, sort of, allegedly could get hurt by stabbing that man. He already was crazy. He already was deranged. You stabbing him make him go to the next level now. And I don't know why he was going towards them again. Allah's idol. Allah's the greatest. So he could have just pulled out a hand. Sure, they looking at him going in the bag. Obviously, when you're watching the video, in hindsight, what you going to the bag for? pop the trunk. You know when niggas going to the car for all the bushes or whatever. Once they say, I'll be back. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, you ain't never coming back. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat, like Dr. Dre, you never coming back once you utter the words, oh, I'll be right back. Oh, no, you not. Not today. Not tomorrow. Or you never coming back. And some people giving it up like that. But he like, you want to stab people? Like, that's the lady from Harlem Nights. You want to hit people with garbage cans? And she got her pinky toe blown off. So he go to the bag, but instead of just pulling out and popping both of them, which that's what it looked like it was going to happen, he ended up approaching them with the weapon. So it's like, why are you approaching them with the weapon in your hand when you already could just fire off? And that didn't happen. And obviously, mental health, bro, that shit is so at a high rate right now. Like, it seems like almost everywhere you go, supermarket, restaurant, movies, train, walking just the streets, Harlem, Brooklyn, Atlanta, wherever you at, it's a lot of mentally challenged people around. And you never know when they're just gonna come out and just pop off. And you could be just walking down the street on your phone, ladies, and somebody just, you know what I mean, just wow on you, smack you with some shit. And you like, you know what I mean? Like you sitting there on the phone on the platform and somebody just come do you. Like, it can happen to anybody. So, you know, fortunately nobody was really injured except for the person that started this shit. And hopefully he lived though. You know what I mean? Obviously nobody in their right mind just go do stuff like that. So a lot of crazy stuff going on in the train. In fact, that happened on, I think, Wednesday or Thursday. Yesterday, somebody in Harlem, 125th, Lexington train station, somebody got popped. Out in Brooklyn, Tompkins Square, Park, two kids got shot. You know what I mean? It's not even summertime yet, but it's starting to heat up. Keep your head on the swivel. Stay dangerous. Speaking of dangerous, and speaking of schools and what's right and what's wrong, I told y'all about the father, went to the school. Here's another thing that happened, right? I didn't go look at the names and all that, because sometimes I just don't do that when I'm doing my show. Y'all could go Google it. The event is well known, so you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's a black girl, 15-year-old. I'm not sure what state it is again. None of that really matters. There's only really the details that I'm about to give you matter. So it's a video going viral, spinning in the clip for all the wrong reasons. Young black girl, looking a little chunky, little brocky, compared to the girl she was fighting. And she was fighting a white girl, you know what I mean? There was a few kids fighting, but, you know, when the cameras, the videos recording, it starts on them, looked like they was going to square up. And first upon seeing the video, I'm like, damn, this girl look kind of small. You looking like a small fry, and even though, you know, looks could be deceiving, you could kind of see the black girl wasn't probably going to lose this fight. That's just how I was viewing it. Anyway, 1, 2, 3 blows. Before you know it, she's swinging at the white girl on the floor, throwing her to the ground. She's on the ground, boop, boop. Then she just grabs her and like slams her head on the ground, violently, viciously, brutally. You know what I mean? Like, finish him. You know what I mean? Get over here. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Get over here. It was a brutal, vicious attack. You know what I mean? Even though it was, you could say, self-defense or whatever. Anyway, the girl bashed her head in a few times. We don't know how many times because it looked like the person that was recording after the second time, they turned away because it was brutal. Like, you hear bang, bang, then the camera goes away. But I think she slammed her head maybe at least 3 times. Definitely twice. Like, not 1, not 2 like LeBron James. And you're going to win 1 million rings. You only going to get 2. It was brutal. It was vicious. It was like, damn, bro. You can hear that shit. And the girl is still in a coma, unconscious, probably going to be brain dead, and we hope that's not the case, right? But now it's the fact of what should be done, because she's black, she's white, obviously it's the race factor. But take out the race factor, because when you look at the comments on the Shade Room, or what is it, on-site, shit that be on social media, where they be putting stuff up there like that for us to engage, to give your opinion, and you can scroll through the comments and see how ignorant people is, see how dumb people is, and just see how people really like, damn, if we got to choose between Biden and Trump, or we got to choose, if we had to choose some of y'all, we're going to be fucked. Like, I mean, just keep it in the buck. And that's why I always say, this side note, I'm going to get back to the story, when it comes to politics and leading the people, you know, in Islam, you know, which I follow and I you know, to the best of my ability, You got to be leery of people who want certain positions. You know what I mean? It's like, why do you want to lead? Why do you want to be the leader of the community? What qualifies you as being the leader of the community? Because when shit hits the fan and when real situations happen, like, you think I was fronting, I George Bush the button, like, lift up the hood for the oil in your hood, nigga, run it. That's a whole reference. When it comes to pushing the button, sending the troops, taking lives, see who's gonna live, who's not gonna live, and this is America, don't catch you slipping up. You need the right people in position. You know what I mean? Especially when they making decisions that's gonna affect you now and in the later. But that's just side note. But anyway, in the comments, people is like, oh yeah, you know, that's what happens when you fight. You know, when you come to a fight, you can't tell me how to fight. And I'm one that says that. You smack me, oh, I'm gonna hit you with a bat. Now that's maybe excessive, and that's fine, because some people was giving it up like that. Cool. Just know that if you don't have no rules when you fighting, right? Because you're not a professional boxer, you're not a UFC person, right? You ain't gonna kick nobody in the face with no cozy souls. You're gonna not have no rules. So when I hit you with a garbage can, you're gonna shoot my pinky toe off. Right. I'm not knocking you. Somebody violates you, you want to fight with somebody, you don't got no rules, just know that it's still consequences. Just know that after the dust settles, it's a young girl fighting for her life, and the girl that's the cause of it has to face some accountability. Now, I'm not saying she should be charged as an adult, although I dropped my comment inside the shade room or whatever that shit was. I say, damn, I went to jail at 16, right? Because y'all know on the channel, I'm not an angel. And not only did I go to jail at 16, which is right, because that's jail, then they send you to prison. That's upstate. Like where the Great Lakes is at, judge says sip them upstate. Why the Great Lakes? That's a Coogee Rat reference. Road to the Riches. Ship them upstate had me on the same gallery as the Son of Sam. Yeah. 1994, Shawanga, New York. Same gallery as the Son of Sam. I'm 16 in there with grown men. And I told y'all the story, fucking 5%er, God body guy, wanted me, you know what I mean, try to, you know what I mean, get over, and lucky for brethren, you know what I mean, they got him up out of there, like, yo, y'all not going to do the young brother like that. But you can find yourself at 16, at 15, like this young girl, and you might be with the ladies, with the grown ladies that's making other grown ladies pillow princesses. Now, I'm not saying she should get that, because right when this news comes out about the black girl slamming this white girl head on the floor, you see another white woman get probation and get community service, and she stabbed homie 108 times. Like, whoa, over some marijuana, you hit the bomb? Monique, what up, though? Top tier, what up, though? And you say, damn, 108 times and you not going to jail? And you see homeboy from the bus, and I'm not being funny, but you going to jail now, and the nigga knocked her to the left, threw off the bus. Like, we see people go to jail for less. Like, you going to get life and nobody died. You're going to get 15, 20 years and nobody died. Nobody even got hurt. Not even a scratch. Not even the hair was lifted off they chinny chin. And so you hear a lot, obviously, you know, from the other, I'm going to call them, see the color hat I got on, from the other, they're like, yo, no, she's an animal. She's a beast. She's a savage. And didn't you know that I was a savage, all right, Rihanna, for how she brutally did that to her? Now, again, I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately that I was right, yet to fail. And I know what it's like to be around a whole bunch of grown men. And I'm 16, you know what I mean? And the max on the same gallery as the Son of Sam. Like, for real. This is not no made-up shit. I'm not trying to embellish no stories. 1994, you going to Shawanga, and you're going to be in there with the Son of Sam. Even though they moved him right off the gallery, and they sent them out of there around grown men. Not even knowing what type of world you just put yourself in because you doing some dumb shit, on some adolescent shit, on some little kid shit. So again, you could defend yourself, you could fight, but is it rules? Again, you're not in the ring. So they say, yo, don't hit below the belt, protect yourself at all times, follow my instructions. obviously it's not a professional sport and you're not getting paid millions and millions of dollars to bash somebody's head in. But enough is enough to me. I say like, yo, she threw her on the ground talking about in seconds. It wasn't even a fight. Everybody like, yo, what this girl trying to fight this girl for? One, that's why it's weight classes. That's another thing. Like people be like, size don't matter. Oh no, yes it does. Only way size don't matter when you in physical combat is if the person that's smaller than you has some type of skill and you don't. So for instance, say it's a woman, right? I always say, you know, ladies don't be trying to fight no man. But let's say you a black belt. Say you a UFC fighter. You train for this shit. And you fighting a regular guy like me. Even I know how to fight a little bit. You know what I mean? I know how to throw a couple of punches, block some shit. And I've been in a few fights, right? Lost and won. She probably whipped my ass if you know what you doing. But now, once two people have the same skill set, that's why it's weight classes. Muhammad Ali can't fight Roy Jones. Or he can't fight Money Mayweather. Because he's going to whip his ass 9 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10. That's why it's weight classes. Now you can say somebody like Bruce, he probably could beat somebody like The Rock. Maybe. Because he's a professional martial arts expert. You know what I mean? And you're not. So that's why, you know, it's weight classes. And when you see the two girls fighting, before they even started squaring off, as they were standing there, you looking at the size, you looking at the body density, it's like, this white girl don't got a chance. That's what I seen when I seen the video, like graphic video. You know, you got to press the Y if you want to still watch. And first, when you see them step up to each other, it's like, this girl going to probably get her ass whipped. Couldn't expect to see her get her head smashed in. But should she be charged as an adult? I'll leave that for the lawyers. Should she be let off because she was fighting and the fight, it could go left and, you know, there's no rules to fight. And I kind of beg to differ on that. If that was my daughter that got her head bashed in, I would want justice. I would want some type of penalty and some culpability and be at least some accountability. You know what I mean? Like, just can't get off scot-free. The girl is still unconscious. She may not wake up. And if she dies, like what Drago said, and I'm not trying to be insensitive, if he dies, he dies. No, if that happens, the young sister, she going to be in the world of trouble. She might be in Bedford Hills where Remy Ma was at. You know what I mean? You might be up there for a long, long time now. You know, good lawyer or not, self-defense or not. Once you got on the floor and you had her, that's it. You know what I mean? Let it breathe. Same thing like you get somebody on the ground. This is the last thing before I get off this. We was in the Bronx by the newsroom. You know what I mean? Shit over there, 149th going up towards the concourse, right? So summer night, mad people outside. It's time to go home. You know, mad people is outside. People are drunk, obviously, right? And we know drinking today is Ramadan. Obviously, it's gonna be no drinking and no fun for the whole month, right? So I'm sober as a motherfucker. Just for those that may be curious, right? We out there, people is leaving, jumping in cars, woo, woo, woo. Anyway, a fight breaks out. I don't know, you know, what was the beef over or whatever. But the dude that got the better of the dude, like he beat him up bad, and he was a big guy. And the dude that got his ass whipped, I don't know if he made it or not, because he looked like he died, for real. Like, this is one of the most brutalest things that I ever seen. You know what I mean? Besides now social media and all that. Talking about right there in person, watching it. So he beat the dude up. The dude is on the floor now. The dude is washed. He with like 3 other people. So them niggas is cowards. Because I even was feeling bad for the brother. But I had nothing to do with it. It wasn't my fight. So I mind my business and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Plus I was politicking, talking to chicks and all that. We having a good time. Talking about when he was stomping on this dude's face and his chest. You could just almost like hear his chest breaking. Like it was just brutal. And the dudes that homie was with didn't step in. They didn't do nothing. Again, the guy was big, so maybe they was scared. But it was just brutal. Like, bro, you ain't got to go that hard. This dude is finished. You already knocked him out. You already put him on the ground. The dude is on the ground dead. And then you come up over him, stomp on his chest, stomp on his stomach, stomp on his face. He was done. I'm talking about, like I said, I've seen some brutal shit in my lifetime. That's why on the channel, one of the sayings is, when you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed because I done seen a lot of shit. This shit was brutal. Dude was just laying there. I'm talking about when the ambulance came in, it was a horrible sight to see. That's what I mean. Like, if you got somebody and you beat your opponent, he's done, she's done, let it go, because you know, in jail you always hear this terminology. People use this as they use it as an extreme analogy to try to paint the picture for you. Like, yo, when you first of all, when you go to jail or prison, it's definitely not a guarantee that you're coming home, because anything can happen. Once you go in, don't mean you're gonna come out. But a lot of the examples that people that be teaching these programs like ART, anger, aggression alternatives, and you know, they're trying to teach the youth or people like, yo, you don't always gotta fight or stab somebody up, but they say you fighting somebody, you defending yourself or whatever, you hit somebody real good, you catch them, you knock them out, they fall, they hit their head on the ground and they die. That's a body. Like, caught a body about a week ago, you're never coming home. So you came in with a 1 to 3, a 5 to 10, 7 a.m., whatever it is, and you got a chance to come home. If you end up catching the body just for fighting, hit his head on the side of the dresser or side of the bed, and they die, your lights is out after that. So that's why I was like, she had a beat, in my opinion. She didn't have to go that hard, but people like, yo, she blacked out, she was in a rage. We don't know what was going on in her mind. I wish the young girl that's in the coma, I wish that she get through it. I wish the black girl, again, I ain't got the names because I ain't go Google all that shit. Y'all know the story I'm talking about. I wish the best for both of them, you know what I mean? Let's talk about this shit, though. Let's talk about Star Brim, right? The Cardi B friend, I can't say I know too much about her. I know when I was locked, I believe she came to see one of my mans on the visiting room, and then when he came home for a little minute, she was posting them up on her Instagram and shit. I know how people be. One week you with somebody, next week you're not. You know what I mean? I guess it didn't work out. Then she stopped posting. And this is why I'm only bringing this up to say, like, the little bit that I kind of know about her. I don't know her personally. I don't know none of that. I know she gang. I know she Cardi B friend. See, what up? You know what I mean? I know she Cardi B friend, etc. So I know she came to the visit, see the guy, my nigga Bugs. He came home. When he came home, he was fucking with her for a little minute, and then they wasn't fucking with each other no more. I don't know what happened, and I do know she was like, I ain't messing with niggas no more, woo, and Raw, what up though? My nigga Raw on the check-in. Anyway, she had came home another time, right? Came home, everybody was big in the you know how when you come home, you get the come home treatment. And side note real quick, because this is my show. Why do people that come home from prison get more accolades and more props from the neighborhood, but you black, than people like from the military, or if you just did 4 years in college, you came back with your master's or your bachelor's or your MD. I never been to college, so I don't know which one is first. You know what I mean? Like, I think you get your bachelor's first. I think I do know that much. PhD might be last, or MD might be last. Drop it in the comments if you got all your shit and you've been to college. But anyway, why there was more props for those that come home doing the bid, you know what I mean? And for the people that been to college, that's doing well, people that's defending the country, whether you think this the United Snakes of America or not, you know what I mean? And they are snakes, but it's our country and we love it, right? You know what I mean? Anyway, she came home before. They gave her the treatment. She's supposed to have jumped into real estate and all this and woo, and right? And so that's all I really know about her now. Allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, caught her with the RICO charge. Quay, what up, though? Quasia Malaysia, my niece on the check-in. Anyway, this is her now, right? She's explaining why she only got a year, or she only facing up the years, really 0 to 5 years, so she could have got no time. She said she had the best lawyers, obviously, and she said she got a real one. Her friend Cardi B paid for the lawyers, etc. So this is here, but y'all don't know
guess what?
who Star Brim is.
I'm dropping my transcript, and I'm just letting people know there's no backtracking.
There's no backtracking.
There's never no backtracking. Like, everybody who was putting ill information out on me, false information out on me, there's no coming back. There's no coming back. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to hear. I don't
want to hear none of that.
Deal with paperwork, and I'm never gonna let somebody like shit on my name and down talk me for anything. And one thing I'm never gonna do also is let anybody on this internet.
We got a few topics where you know I talk about a lot of shit.
For getting less time while still standing 10 toes. Nobody's gonna make me ever feel bad about something like that. Ever.
Ever.
Like I'm never gonna feel bad.
Ever.
I want me to go to jail so bad.
No, we don't want you to go to jail, Ma.
Nothing to say about me.
We don't want you to go to
can't call
jail.
me broke. You can't call me ugly. You can't call me a bum. You can't call me pussy. So the one thing that y'all haters,
Yeah, the shit she's saying though.
chasers, has something to sit there and run with. Y'all taking this. Y'all try to run with it. You feel me? Y'all try to run with it. There's, like I said, there's no coming back. And shout out to my lawyer, but also shout out to my friend
Cardi B.
that paid $350,000 for that lawyer. You feel me?
Because that's your money,
regular,
son.
You know,
Y'all got the TABs and the legal aids, right?
Lawyer. Thank you to my friend. Thank you, Cardi.
Thank you,
Shout
Cardi.
out to you. You feel me? Shout out to a real one. First it was like, oh yeah, she's the only one outside with an ankle monitor. False. I was never the only one outside with an ankle monitor. And it's crazy because I had less charges than some of the people who was outside with an ankle monitor. But because I'm that name,
I'm gonna stop it right here.
Person, and
I'm him, I'm her.
Take that in. Now let's talk.
Everybody on some I'm him, I'm her, right? Like, I don't know who started that. The first person I seen do it was Austin Rivers, right? Austin Reeves or Austin Rivers. No, Austin Rivers is Doc Rivers' son. Austin Reeves from the Lakers. Last year in the playoffs, I'm him, and all of a sudden it was Hemi Awards and all that. So anyway, that's my little insight to Star Brim. Obviously, she gang. She's a mother. She's Cardi B best friend. And you going to jail now. You going back to jail. And I'm being funny, but I'm not, because she like, yo, y'all want to see me go to jail. Me personally, I don't want to see you go to jail. I don't know you personally. I don't care. We talking about it because, as a lot of y'all spinning in the clip. But let's talk about what she said though, right? I don't know if she telling or not. She gonna release her transcripts, and real ones do go off paperwork. And I'll be quick to say on this channel, the era I'm from, when I was in and out of prison, unfortunately, y'all know on the channel, I'm not an angel. You can't call nobody no rat, no snitch, no informant, no none of that without no evidence, because you're going to catch a bad one. Can't call nobody no homo, no fag, no gay, no homo, you know what I mean, no lizards, no none of that without seeing proof, without having creditable proof. Like, you almost got to witness the shit happening yourself. Like, yeah, I came in the cell, came in the day room at night, nigga was clapping them from the back. I seen it with my own eyes. These niggas is gay. You can't go around doing that in the era that I'm from or was from, because nowadays shit is a little different. Like, nowadays you can get away with a lot of shit. You can lie blatantly, clearly. You can make up some shit on somebody and people will believe it. they're like, I rock with you, so I'm believing it. I don't rock with them, so I'm not believing it. So anyway, she really just addressing like, yo, I ain't no rat. Kareem Akbar. He is the true leader of the CNB, and if I'm going down, I'm taking all you niggas with me, right? I don't know if she told or not. Would love to see the transcripts when they come out, if you really care. But she's like, you can't call me broke, can't call me ugly, can't call me a bum, and you can't call me pussy. I'm like, damn, is she really a grown-ass woman with kids? This what you worried about? Now, I get it, though. She from the hood. She a hood booger in that sense. She high up in the ranks of that gang shit. So, you know, it is what it is. She a fighter. She been a fighter. And I got a fighter. I mean, my sister's a fighter. She ain't no gang, though. She gonna whip some ass if it come down to it. And I had my sister whip a lot of ass for me. I told y'all, I used to get bullied, and my sister had to come to the rescue a few times before I learned how to do it myself. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Chicks gonna fight. But this my thing, though, right? Because self-sabotage is a real thing. You came home already. You did this already. You came home, brought your house. She was showing on Instagram she had a house. You in real estate now. Your best friend Cardi B. And I'm not judging her or looking down on her. I'm not up here looking down. I've been in jail a few times. Again, y'all know on the channel, if you follow Popovich, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash the notification bell, so when I upload my videos, you get alerted. I've been in jail a few times. But I ain't got no rich friends like Cardi B. I ain't got nobody to pay no lawyers and slide me no $350 million. Probably never would have went to jail, right? So my thing is like, you've been there and done that. Why are you going back? And you should have never came back. That's a Mr. T reference. You want to fight me? You should have never came back. Why are you going to jail, young lady? And you got kids. Why are you still associated? I get it, Cardi was associated, right? They all, you know, drugging niggas, taking their money, strippers and shit like that. She made it rapping, she made it trapping. I got it. I get it. I'm not oblivious and I'm not naive. 5 years later, 4 years later, 10 years later, why are you going back? Where's the businesses at? Where's the, you know what I mean, stuff for the youth for? Why are you paying it forward? You came up hard, right? In the game, fucking around, fighting. What are you doing for the young ladies that's coming behind you? Where's the programs? And again, I don't know all her lifestyle, so I'm not saying she didn't do that for somebody that may be in the comments like, yo, before you talk, know what you're talking about. What I'm just saying is, why are you going back? Why you got to get on social media and convince us, or you got to show the world your paperwork because you got a year on a RICO charge, racketeering and gang shit, and explain to us that? Why are you even still down with that shit? You can't be inactive. You rich now. You got a rich friend. Now I get it. She rich and you not. But why are you still with the fuckery is what I'm saying. Like, why are you not above that? Why you ain't laying back with a club or a lounge or, you know what I mean, some type of business? Again, if she got 350,000, that ain't no lot of money. The lotto is big right now. That's a lot of money. Almost $1 billion. Mega Millions and other shit. Both of them almost $1 billion. That's with a B. Like, oh, what's better than 1 billionaire? 2, especially if he got the same hue as you. Would love to have, a lot of us would love to have rich friends in high places, because a lot of times we know it's not what you know, it's who you know in a lot of cases. And you got Cardi, one of the hottest rappers, at least for a long period of time. It's a disconnect. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's like you hear a Max B, right? Or other rappers. And maybe a little different because everybody ain't rich. But you hear somebody like, damn, with Briggs, with Dane, right? Get caught up with all the weed and the pounds and all. And it's like, damn, ain't you with Rockefeller? Ain't you with Dipset? Didn't you with Jim Jones? Why that nigga's going to rob some jewelry and put your life on the line and get 75 million years over a couple dollars when you already in a position to win? And so the lesson of this, what I get out of it is, you know, a lot of people may not be aware, or they may not take it seriously enough, is self-sabotage is a real thing. And you see most people are self-included. I self-sabotaged a few times. Crashed out a few times because you're afraid of succeeding and what might happen after the good happens. You so used to going down the yellow brick road and shit ain't going well that you just keep sabotaging yourself. Even when you get thrown an alley-oop or you get an assist for something good to happen, you sabotage yourself. I'll give you an example for me. So, and it's a prison example because a lot of my youth was in and out of prison. And that's where I got my GED, and I graduated from ABE. And right, I'm being funny, but I'm not. So when it was time for me to take the GED, you got to first take the pre-GED. And every time the test would come up, even though I was studying, I would do some shit to go to the box, get on key block, get locked in the cell, so the test come, but I miss it. Then I got to reapply and come around every 90 days. I think it was every 90 days, every 60 or every 90 days, right? And you got to put your name on the list, you got to qualify, and I would do all that. But when it was time for the test, I'm cursing out a civilian, I'm doing some shit I'm supposed to do, you know what I mean, to get in the box. Now the test passes, I come out, I gotta reapply. And so for somebody like her, you come home from prison, you get the alley-oop from your friend, you get put in a position, but you still self-sabotage yourself by staying connected with some gang shit or the wrong people. You're surrounded by the wrong people when you really could be around the right people to put yourself in a position to never go back to prison. Like Hov said, what he said, I never make the news again, my man to shoot you. Like, you know what I mean? Then you see Beanie Siegel like, I shoot you. I'm not going back to jail. I got 5 passports, I'm never going to jail. I made Jesus walk, so I'm never going to hell. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being funny, but I'm not. That's a Kanye, and that's a whole reference. You got too much, power, or you have a friend, and obviously you can't just leech off your friend, but obviously she like, yo, she a real one. Shout outs to her. She bigged her up, so she couldn't. You think she would have rather give you 300? Not even you. She had to give that to a lawyer, probably a Jewish motherfucker, and like gave those Jews money for Porsches. Right, we keep sending their kids through school. We keep giving their kids generational wealth, and us, we on a low level. Oh, but you black. You know on the show, I'm talking to us. Even though I'm light skinned. Oh, but you black. You sending 8 kids through school. You sending 8 kids through college. I probably have to Google. If y'all know what color her lawyer was, let me know. But I'm sure he wasn't black. She wasn't black. Probably was a white person, Jewish person, somebody of that ethnicity. You know what I mean? Like, so you giving $350,000 to the other. You don't think she would have at least rather give you half of that, $150K of that, for you to go start something and do something positive, and you know what I mean, where you ain't got to be going to prison, even though it may only be for 8 months. I think in the federal prison is only 8 months is a year. It's just kind of whack. And then again, you a mother. You know what I mean? Like, you getting older. Excuse me, you getting older. So when does the foolery stop? When do you say, damn, like, you know what I mean? Again, just because you go to prison don't mean you coming home, even if you got 6 months. You go in there, fucking riot, break out in the yard, anything can happen. Niggas rebel back, police coming in, like, you know what I mean? Just think about the Attica riot, 1971. People that, everybody didn't have life, everybody wasn't doomed and never coming home. A lot of prisoners died because some prisoners decide to not take the bullshit laying down. They're going to die as a man on their feet, then be on their knees. And a lot of people die. You could get caught up in anything once you go to prison. Your health get bad. You think they give a fuck about you? They're going to give you some ibuprofen, some aspirin, send you to your fucking cell, and you'll be in your cell with the shakes dying. And you will die. You know what I mean? Look at Rikers. Mad people dying on Rikers. They don't got life. They done. You become a resident of Queens, and you did it and done, right? You're done. So just because you going in the prison system and you think you got a year and you coming home and people going to be back on your dig again, they're going to be back on your bra strap, you're going to be the man again. Oh no, you may go and you may never come back. And like Mr. T says, you should have never came back. Come on. You know what I mean? So, you know, don't self-sabotage yourself, people. Don't self-sabotage yourself. Let's talk about this though, right? Speaking of track records and your history, I won't spend too much time on Drea. Obviously, she's still spinning in the clip. They still dragging her for dealing with Jalen Green. I talked about this a few times because she's spinning in the clip. And it's a lot of lessons that could be learned. But now, parallel, right? You got Swaggy P. Everybody got podcasts now. This is my Popovich TV. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, right? You got Swaggy P on the Gilbert Arenas podcast. You know, you had Gilbert Arenas on Club Shay Shay. You got all these NFL players, athletes, rappers, actors. Everybody's in the podcast. Like, everybody's talking about the good old days now. Like, you get a podcast. You get a podcast. She got a podcast. Like, you know what I mean? Taking it from the back podcast. How to get a nigga podcast. Talk your shit podcast. How to make a record podcast. How to make vegan cookie. Like, everybody got a podcast and everybody has something to say. So Swag Pete, you know what I mean, a.k.a. Nick Young from the Lakers, first played with Gilbert Arenas on the Washington Wizards. Anyway, he was on there talking about Drea and Jalen Green, pretty much just saying like, yo, you know, she got the young boy. And to Gilbert Arenas' credit, he didn't tell a story. He was on Shay Shay, and Shannon was talking about her, and Gilbert Arenas' face was just looking in the camera, and Shay like, hold on, wait a minute, like, you know her, like, you know her on the intimate level, and he still didn't even say nothing. He like, yo, she a mother now, woo, 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 Nick Young didn't really have no discretion. He like, yo, you was in the back seat with Shorty, woo, woo, woo. Obviously, she mopped him off or whatever, allegedly, right? And she didn't come out and say that was wrong. She did come out and say that the London, what's the Canaan, Raising Canaan uncle, because he came out like, yo, a lot of these people, you know, when you move to a neighborhood, if you a new guy, you a new woman, and you in a neighborhood, and you know, you meet for the fellas. Let's go for the fellas. You see a woman, you see a young lady, you don't know that she spent the block a few times with some of the locals because you fresh in town. He pretty much was saying like, about time you find out and you come into the club or you meet some of the locals and they say, oh, you dealing with such and such? You know XYZ, woo, 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 and you're like, oh, word? Damn, I like that already. You know what I mean? I kind of fell for her already. And, you know, we fall for who we fall for. So pretty much London pretty much was just like, she done fucked everybody. Not Drea, but women in general. He was painting an analogy. Drea didn't like that. So she addressed him, but not Gilbert Arenas because, you know, when you lie, you throw out false accusations and you slander people's name, you could get a defamation of character lawsuit against you. So she didn't say nothing about that. So we take it as Gilbert Arenas was telling the truth. Swaggy P was telling the truth. But also people in the comments was kind of telling Dre, like, you kind of smarter than that. I don't think London was meaning like us, meaning like you and him. He was meaning like us, like fellas, you know what I mean, like in general. When you meet somebody, you don't know them. You know what I mean? You don't know who they are. Hold on one second. Then when you find people that know that person, money chase, what's the word? When you find that person and they tell you like, oh, that's the girl from next door. She has sex with everybody. And you just amazed, like, word? Like, I didn't know that. I just moved here from Atlanta. I just moved here from D.C. I'm in Harlem. She fucked everybody? Like, yeah, she fucked everybody. You know what I mean? But now that's your girl now. So pretty much that's what London was saying. Just like, you know what I mean? Like, you may not know if you're not from that neighborhood or you're not from that place. You move to Africa. You go to wherever. And you meet somebody. You don't know them. You don't know their background. You don't know their family and none of that. So anyway, that's just a side note. She checked London allegedly. And he didn't mean it like them two. So she can't sue him. Because he didn't mean they had relations. He was just saying in general. But now let's get back to the Swaggy P and the Gilbert Arenas. Is it sassy? Is it messy? Is it niggas on the internet talking too much? I'm going to say this. As I said this on the channel before. If you rock with Pop It's TV, good looking. Ladies, I'm going to break this to you. Yes, being on the internet now, the way that it's currently constructed, where men is going on podcasts, having the same conversations that they already was having in private. Now they're having it in the open. Some of it, I think it's a little low level. It's a little low class. I'm not going to lie. You're not going to see me doing that. But what you will hear me say, because it's true, men been talking. We human. Just because you're a man and you're a woman, men been talking. Harlem, what up, though? Niggas been talking about y'all, what we do, not all of us, but for instance, I'll give this example that I gave last time. We going out clubbing. We going like, you know what I mean? You going and shake out in the club and you back up in the club trying to meet out, you know what I mean? You with a couple of your fellas, right? You with a couple of your ladies, if it's a group of y'all. You meet a dude, you meet a chick, you end up sliding. You go home, everybody make it safe. Y'all link up again, the fellas, y'all at the gym, y'all at the YMCA playing ball. And it's like, oh, yo, leave. You know what I mean? Yo, what happened with Shorty that had the stilettos on or whatever? She had the, you know, the spaghetti strap shirt on or whatever. You back there? Oh, yeah, I got a number. What's up? What is it for? You may be like, oh, nah, you know, it ain't pan out the way I did, or I took out. We hit it off. I hit. That conversation been happening. And y'all could go like this. You know what I mean? Home alone, and you could be like, oh, really? Niggas is talking like that? Yes. We been doing that. We telling them that you giving it up on the first night so they can hit. I'm sorry. But that's the truth. And I'm not going to give you nothing but the truth. I may say some things wrong, but I'm not coming on here to mislead. I'll just say, well, nah, I misspoke. That's wrong. Niggas been doing that. But what niggas haven't been doing is telling everybody. Everybody's not my friend. I went to the club with 3 or 4 guys. I didn't go to the club with the whole internet. So for now, for me to come on the internet and say, oh yeah, Shorty with the Cavalli shoes on and the spaghetti strap back that had the back out with the, you know what I mean, the gorgeous sideburns and eyelashes, she's a super freak, Rick James. For me to come on the internet and tell everybody that, oh, now that's messy. Now that's like getting to the category of some, we looking at you as a man with the side eye. To me, it's different when it's my people. 1 or 2 people I rock with. These are my friends. These are my boys. We went to the club together. He may try to get her, but didn't. I caught her coming out the bathroom. I got her. Vice versa. Yo, here, take the number. Men been doing that. So if you oblivious to that and you think men haven't been doing that, then I'm here to tell you we have been doing that. What Gilbert and Nick Young did, for them to put her on blast like that, I thought it's messy. I won't say they sassy. You know, I ain't gonna call them gay like some people. Oh, that's gay behavior. That's sassy behavior. I just say it's a little low class as men. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you telling the world now. It's not like y'all having a private conversation. You came to the internet for purposes of getting views, for purposes of people like, oh, where are you? She was giving you head in the back seat. We didn't even know that. We knew she was a freak, you know what I mean? Like, her track record is showing from how many partners she been with dating. And you ain't have to give those explicit details. But it's another thing that came out of that. So I'll just say that. Men on the internet talking about their relationships with women. Now, if it was your personal relationship, like you talking about your wife or your ex, or you got a relationship podcast or something like that, but just for you to be running on the internet talking about all the women you smashed and putting their business on blast on some kissing and telling for the world, I disagree with that. I think it's a little low class. I look down on it. We looking at you with the side eye. That's not something that I would do. But again, in my personal life, if I'm with my mans or whatever, 2 or 3, you know what I mean? We talking about women as we do in the barbershop, as we do in the gym, as we do, you know what I mean, when we playing video, whatever we doing. Yeah, that type of talk happens all the time. Just like y'all talk about it all the time. See, the thing is, the Angela Yees and the lip services, they getting guests to come on their show to ask explicit questions. You know what I mean? I think who daughter was on there? What's the chick? Burgess, whatever her name is, the black chick that's dating Jaylen Brown from the Boston Celtics. Her daughter was on there. Angela Yee and the other old school chick. They was asking her, like, you give your man head every morning, and she was telling a story about how she got lockjaw and this and this and that. Like, people is, when you come tell your own business, that's different. When you telling somebody else's business, it's a little low class. It's like, why it's frowned upon. Like, why you do, especially if you a guy. Women, even though it's double standards, y'all kind of expected to run your mouth. You know what I mean? Gossip, that's why they say niggas gossip more than women nowadays, and they may do. But gossip is partially not true. Have to throw that little caveat in there. A lot of people be like, you gossiping, gossiping is, some of it's true, some of it's not true. Some of it's slander, some of it's made up. So if you're lying and you slandering somebody's character, then yeah, that's gossip is unfounded truth with a little bit of truth in it. You know what I mean? Like, but I thought it was messy. But to Gilbert Arenas' credit, he didn't tell a story. Nick Young told a story. He just was like, she a mother now. He was kind of telling him to chill. And he didn't stop. So now we know she was giving sloppy toppy in the back of the whip with other men in the car. I mean, she was a dancer though, right? Like, I know a few dancers that give it up. They don't only dance, they do shit on the side too. I mean, that's the lifestyle, right? Green carpet lifestyle, Nia Lee and them, you know what I mean? The Cardi B's, you know what I mean? That type of lifestyle, green carpet lifestyle, that's what they call it. Some of that goes on in the back office, on the back line when you leave your job. That goes on. So, am I surprised that she did that? No. Do I look at them with the side eye because they told the world? Yes. But let's talk about this other shit, right? Speaking of Swaggy P and Gilbert Arenas, because not only was they talking about Drea and her sloppy toppy skills, but they was mentioning Saucy Santana. Right now, I don't even know about him, but through academics, when when he said, or not allegedly, he did say, he told Big Ack, what's up, Big Ack, right? Told Big Ack, I'm gonna knock you out and then pump you in your butt, you know what I mean? On some wild, weirdo shit. And this is a side note, quick really too, as far as sexuality and all that. One, I don't condone, I don't agree. I'm not gonna put you on a stake if you about that life, meaning you about, the alternate lifestyle. You gotta do you, I'm gonna do me. We all gonna return back to the Most High, and he gonna let us know what it is and what it ain't. That's the only thing I can say. Am I gonna live my days out hating people like that, trying to make their life unbearable and make them feel a certain type of way? No, I'm not gonna do that. But I will say I'm not with it. I don't condone it, and I can't never condone it or get with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. And I think a lot of straight men think that. It doesn't mean we're what's the word they be using? All these different terminologies to try to trick you. Sign language, homophobe, gayophobe, insecure, all that shit is bullshit. Like, sorry to be the one to tell you, but it's not true and it's bullshit. So anyway, they was, I guess Swaggy P, Nick Young, he went to school with Sauce Santana. And again, I don't know nothing about him. I don't know if he's a rapper. I think he is a rapper. He might be a makeup artist. I don't know. I don't know none of his songs. If I do, I don't know that he's the author of these songs, right? So anyway, he went to school with him, and so Gilbert, I forget how they got to the topic, but he like, yeah, I went to school with, Saucy Santana, and so I'm assuming that Gilbert Arenas didn't know who he was, just like I didn't know who he was. You know what I mean? To a few weeks back when he said that wild shit about act. Well, that's what I wanted to say before I get to this. Why would he say that he gonna knock a straight man out? Josh Ballin, what's the word? Amaz, what's the word? Why would he say that he gonna knock a straight man out and then pop him in the butt? If you don't think that lifestyle is wrong. I would like. I mean, I don't know him. If he ever see this video, I know I be struggle streaming over here. Only a little bit of people be rocking with my channel. I appreciate that you do. So I don't get a lot of views. But I would like to, you know what I mean? I would like to know the answer to that. If you a gay man, right? You say you a gay man. Why would you want to knock a straight man out and then do that to him? Is it because that lifestyle is wrong and you know it and you want him to be a part of it? Like, I don't get it. You want to take his manhood? I don't really see the psychological thinking behind that. Maybe I'm not gay, so I couldn't tell you. But I'm like, damn, you're not going to, just beating him up should be enough. Because to get your ass whipped by a gay guy, you a straight man, that's kind of a bad look on you. You're probably going to have to hold that L. You probably going to have to hold that LL, son, right? Why would you want to do that? That's just a side note. But anyway, Gilbert Arenas looked him up because he didn't know who he was, I'm assuming. And I don't know what picture he seen of him because he didn't show his screen. He didn't show us who, you know what I mean, what he was looking at. But when he looked at it, he was like, oh, no. I mean, he got up, ran to the back. And let me just go to what this dude said. Because the reason why I'm bringing this up is that I want to get to the comments of the ladies. And I want to prove a point that I've been proving on this channel for a while now. I'm not the only one that have this stance. A lot of men have this stance. Because y'all be on some bullshit. And this is for the ladies. Like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies? Talking to y'all. And that's you, ladies. Talking to you. This is what Saucy Santana said. I think I got it right here. I did save this so I could show y'all. Because he responded to Gilbert Arenas, right? Where this shit at? Gilbert Arenas. Give me a second. Here you go, right here.
And you just finished your reality show though?
Yeah. It was kind of harder than I thought, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause I thought they was gonna give us like easy work and shit. We really had to do real work and homework and shit.
Homework.
College Hill, so hey, listen. Who else was there?
So you asked me who was in
Saucy
school.
Santana, that's my dog.
That's my dog.
Who's that?
He like, who's that?
It's the, you know, that rapper. He's a rapper.
Oh, so he is a rapper.
Carisha friend, the city girl.
Carisha friend. How you
You
doing?
seen 50 Cent thing the other night when he talked about Meek Mill?
So he kind of letting him know that he
Saucy
on an
Santana.
alternate side lifestyle. So he like, I guess he's
Don't look
still.
it up, 'cause you gonna say
He like, don't look it up, my guy. Don't look it up.
No, don't look it up.
Don't look it up. That's my dog.
Saucy Santana.
So the
Sandeja, what up? He like, oh, hell no. This shit had me laughing too, though. I ain't gonna lie. He like, that's your dog.
Hell no, come on, man. No, not this.
This, my G?
Yes, that.
He like, yeah, that's a fact.
That ain't no rapper. That ain't no rapper. Stop it. No, Nick, come on, dog.
He like, come
That was
on,
your
my
roommate?
guy. He like, that's your roommate?
Is that why you got the TikToks now? That was your roommate.
Oh, so he wrecking him a little bit, right? He wrecking him a little bit. So this is what it says. Oops. Gilbert Arenas made fun of Nick Cannon for saying he was cool with Saucy Santana during the College Hill filming. Pulls up Santana twerking video. I guess that must have been the first video that he pulled up. I don't know why that video was pulled up. That's your dog? Hell no. So let's go to the comments and shit, right? So it was like the first comment. And I know this person. You know what I mean? Like, this supposed to be a grown-ass man, grow up. I hate a fragile masculinity having ass man. Corny, another chick that's married, she got a podcast, the Rosito chick. I'm gonna show y'all these people, you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna speak about it in a minute. Y'all can see what we're talking about on these social media platforms, right? Then you got trying to shame him for befriending a gay man, but pull up the twerking video to watch it. That's why I'm surprised that's the first video that was pulled up. Shout outs to Nick Young for being secure with his sexuality. because that's his dog. Gilbert, grow the fuck up. It's giving corny vibes. As a straight man, why did Gilbert character even go searching for a video of the man twerking? I don't know why that's the video that came up. Maybe he's famous for that. Like I said, I don't know none of his songs. I'm gonna Google the songs in a minute. Pay close attention to the guys who act like that around gays. I promise you, them, the ones who get down. Nick was not bothered because he's comfortable in his skin. So this is why I want to bring up my point that I was talking about, right? You ladies, right? You ladies can't have it both ways. In one breath, when you're dealing with a straight man, when there's conflict between y'all or y'all disagree, what's the first thing that you do? Or one of the first things that you do? You call him gay. You call him down low. You call him faggot. You call him all type of slanderous names. But then when straight people act like this, you big it up. So in one breath, you cool with it. In another breath, it's a bad thing. You can't have it both ways. I don't think that Gilbert Arenas is insecure about his manhood. NBA player, got a lot of dollars, still rich, still probably high value, if you will, with these terminologies. You probably could pull a lot of you off the internet, right? A lot of you ladies that was commenting probably could pull you if you wanted to. Probably could have you in the back of the seat like he had Drea doing sloppy toppy. Some of our nephews, some of our cousins is gay. I got gay people in my family. Again, that's their lifestyle. I don't knock it. I do knock it. I don't condone it, but I'm not condemning them to hell. That's not my job. I can go to dinner with them. I can, coexist with them. I think this video here, he didn't know who he was, if that's true. He probably pulled the video up and the first thing you see is some man trying to look like a woman, shaking his ass and acting crazy. So that's why he probably started laughing like, nah, my God, I know you too. This is your man to them? Like, come on, my God. And then I'll say this too, right? Because now we in the era of everything is extra. I know gay people, some gay men, they're not overly, how you doing? They're not all extra. You wouldn't even know they was gay until they, you know what I mean? Like, I like your style or whatever. I'm into guys. And you be like, oh, so you gay, motherfucker? I didn't know you was gay. Not that they're hiding, because now it's like you got to live in your skin. It's not that they're hiding, it's that I don't got to walk the street. Hey, I'm straight, everybody. I'm a straight man. I'm straight. Straight people don't do that. Gay people shouldn't have to do that either. You're gay, you're gay. You're straight, you're straight. You're what's the words now? Bilinary, and you're this, and you're non, whatever these acronyms and adjectives is. You're going to be who you want to be, and you're going to come out in your own way. And that's a Ghost and Ray Purple Tape reference. You're going to come out in your own way. But what's with the sign language? Why we got to be insecure because we don't want to be around that? Why would you want to be, if you straight, not to say you hate them, I don't hate them. I got people in my family who I love that's in that lifestyle. What's up, young lady? Kishma on the check-in on YouTube. Why you got to be insecure with who you are because you don't want to be around that? Another thing, right? I bet, and I could be wrong, but I am a betting man. I bet when they was in high school or college or wherever they was, he probably all wasn't done up like that. You know what I mean? Now it's, it's extra eyelashes, extra makeup, it's body transplants, and body parts coming off, coming on to make yourself look a certain way. So you really look like a caricature of yourself. So maybe when he's seen the first joint, like, oh nah, you see the glasses, you see the lipstick, you're looking like, nah, this shit got my nigga. I can't be cool with somebody like that. You know what I mean? Now again, if you grew up with somebody that's gay, we all know this. It's not like this shit just came about. This shit been around when God was telling them in Sodom and Gomorrah, go for the women, stop doing this shit. I'm going to rain down on you. And he did, if you believe in the Bible. And even if you don't, it's a story in the Bible. It's not me just making this up, saying I want this to happen. God said, keep doing this. I'm going to rain down fire and brimstones on your ass. And that's what he did in the Bible, right? Sodom and Gomorrah. if you grew up with somebody and they gay, then that's different as opposed to you a straight man and you going out and you meeting somebody or people that's gay. You trading numbers with them and now y'all going to dinner together. Y'all going clubbing together. You're not going to really see no straight men doing that. Now, if you went to school like how he went, or you know somebody in your neighborhood, living in your building, so you have close proximity to them, then yeah, you may give a little more leeway because you know them. You know what I'm saying? Now, somebody that you just met, and they in the alternative lifestyle, but you're not gonna all of a sudden become bosom buddies with them. Now that's not to say you can't do business with them. That's not to say you can't work with them if you gotta go to work and your co-worker may be that. I had to deal with that. In fact, real quick story, right? And I got fired because of it. 16, right before I went back to 17, right before I went back to right back to prison, working at McDonald's downtown. 2 managers, 2 heavyset chicks. Both was gay, both was lesbians, right? They was running the show. A lot of, I just came home, didn't know, about this shit. Didn't even know they was gay till after a while, started working and seeing, when you work like in the restaurant, in the back and shit, where the fries is being made, and this week you mopping the floors, next week you on the fries. So anyway, I had liked the girl there named Jennifer and shit, dark-skinned, nice joint from Brooklyn, you know what I mean? And we used to work together. She was showing me the ropes and all that. And as I started learning and working with her, she was putting me on, like, don't do this and watch out. Forget the managers' names and shit. And anyway, I kept talking and asking questions because I was curious, like, oh, they be having parties? Because she was like, yeah, if they ever, invite you out, don't go with them. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, why not? You know what I mean? It's girls going. You might be going. She's like, nah, I'm not going. But when you see the other people having their little lunches, people eating together, congregating together, they all was a part of the clique. But I didn't know. So now when I did know, now not that I got homophobe, because they were still women. They were just lesbian. I just was like, oh, wondering what these older women was doing with these younger girls, because I was 17. And I think Jennifer was 19. So, I kept asking questions, and I guess one of them overheard me. So they called me to the back. And she was like, yo, why don't you saying around here, woo, 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 and I'm like, all right, cool, you know what I mean? But my hard-headed ass kept on with the questions, and, woo, and they sent me home, and I never went back. But the point is, you're not going to go out and meet somebody that you don't know, find out that they one way and you don't approve of that, and then become cool with them. If it's not work, if it's not business, if it's not something in that vein. If you grew up with them, they was in your building, they lived on your block, you happen to know their moms or their family, then I could see it. But you're not just going out to do it. So I guess Gilbert is like, yo, bro, it just looked funny, you know what I mean? And, ladies, y'all got to stop with the, shaming men because they don't want to be a part of that. And y'all are a big reason whether you want to accept it or not on why, in my opinion, I could be wrong. I'm not right about everything, obviously. Why this shit is rapid fire. Why a lot of our people is turning to this or thinking they got to be that. Because y'all accept it. Then when you don't want to accept it, you want to shame. You want to call somebody down low. That's not. You want to call somebody gay. That's not. Because you arguing. Well, you gay. You a bitch ass nigga. You this. So one minute they're your hairdressers. They're your makeup artists. On the next minute, it's bad. So which one is it? Is being gay bad or is it not? Because what do the gay people think? If you gay and you watching or you know somebody, ask them like, well, when women be calling dudes gay as a derogatory term, trying to put them down, how does that make you feel? Because they disrespecting you when they do that. When they call straight men gay and really, like, how do you feel as a gay man, as a gay woman? It's like, damn, should you feel offended that women are, they picking and choosing when they want to be on your side, when they don't want to be on your side? I know if it was me, I'd be like, damn, y'all switch sides more than the motherfucker. I can't be cool with you. Because one minute you with me, then as soon as when you mad at me, then I'm this. Then as soon as when then as soon as when you need your hair done, you need your makeup. And then one dude in the comments even was like, dudes, straight dudes is mad because I'm gay and I could get all type of women and all that. Women hang around me. Duh, they hang around you because you don't want to fuck them. You're one of the girls. So it's like they got friends that's gay, you one of the girls, but then when a straight guy, you have an issue, you try to label him as being gay, etc. And you can't have it both ways. We got to stop trying to shame men because they're not cool with it. You can't make us accept something that we don't want to accept. Now again, we not out there setting them on fire, throwing them off the roof and killing them and shooting them. We're not doing none of that. And I'm not telling nobody to do that. But you can't make us be cool and accept it just because you do. Just because you want to go to the club with them. Because you want them to fix your gorgeous sideburns and your eyelashes. Because you want that, you want to have both ways. We don't want both ways. We cool with where we draw the line. We can work together. We can be respectful. We can, after that, I'm going my way, you're going to go your way. And have no problems. Then the next day, do it again. But we don't got to act like we with it and we condone it and we want more people to be with it. That's just my stance. I thought it was funny. Women always come for guys in that sense, and they use it as a weapon, or then it's cool. So it's a weapon, then it's not a weapon. You pick and choose whichever way the wind blow, however your period is, and however you feel. Today you bashing gay niggas. Today you cool with gay niggas. Tomorrow you hate gay niggas. Today you cool with, like, which one is it, ladies? Can you keep it a buck? Like, that's right, keep it a buck. Like Ice Spice, keep it a buck. You cool with it or you not cool with it? They your hairdressers and your stylists, or they not? Like, which one is it? That's what I want to know, because again, I got people in my family, I love them, I'm not condoning what they do, and I don't hate them. Live your life, and I'm going to live mine. But don't try to force me to accept something that I don't want to accept. I'm not forcing you to accept my religious beliefs. I don't eat pork, so y'all don't got to eat pork. No, you want to eat swine? Eat swine. You want to, do whatever you want to do. Just don't try to impose that on me. And I'm not going to try to impose what I think on you. We can come to an agreement with that. At least we should be able to do that. And that's why I can't really rock with y'all ladies, because y'all be doing some bubblegum shit. But let's talk about this, right? Speaking of Drea, Jalen Green, a lot of women is also mad because men was dragging her, right? Forgetting the young boy, that's Gilbert Arenas. She got the young boy. And she got you, Jalen Green. She got you, bitch. She got you, my guy. And again, my stance, if you missed the show, you can go see the other video. Oh, shit. What up, Miss Hollywood Forever? What's up, you know what I mean? Young lady. How you doing, Vals? I ain't seen you in a minute. Scorpios, we the best, though. You know what I mean? On the check-in, my girl Vals on the check-in. Height, stand up. You had a lot of ladies mad that, men was dragging her. And I wasn't really dragging her. I'll just say, yo, homie is grown. If you grown enough to play in the NBA, you grown enough to make millions, you should be smart enough to be, not finesse. And you should be smart enough to watch other people's mistakes. There's plenty of examples, especially in the last 3 years, that he could have referred to, go to the refer manual. That's what it should be. Like, pull out your phones and refer to the manual. Oh, shit, this should happen to Zion. Oh, shit, this happened to P.J. Washington. Oh, shit, this happened to Moses Walker. Oh, shit, this happened to... Do you want that to be you? Do you want to be next on the list? Obviously, he do. And again, he probably looked up to her, probably idolized her, probably had a weak pullout game. Or maybe she just held on tight. Anyway, I'm not knocking him. I'm not knocking her. They both grown. But men was dragging her, right? What women are mad at now is that Drake, you know what I mean? OVO's own, October's own. He's another Scorpio. Scorpios, we are the best though. I guess he dealing with Lotto, younger sister. I don't know who her name is. And I guess she's 21, right? I think Drake is 35 or 34, some shit like that. And so it's a big age gap, almost similar. And people like, yo, why y'all not dragging him? He doing the same thing. And I hate niggas that, can't keep it a buck and call a spade a spade. And I'll say on my channel, like I always do, it's pros and cons for women, it's pros and cons for men, meaning the double standard. So if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, for instance, if you are a guy, I'm not making the rules, ladies, and you got a lot of women that you're smashing, you are considered right. Player, challenge, and reverse that like a circle. Don't be whipped by that pussy. Whip that right, like, you know what I mean? Like, what is moon here? Don't be whipped. Whip that, you know what I mean? Boomerang, bang, 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 bang. Reverse it like a circle. When you reverse it, if it's a lady having multiple men partners getting smashed, because women can't smash men. Men smash women. You have the organ that goes in. We have the organ that pushes it. Right, it's a difference. You looked at as a 304. I didn't make the rules. You don't got to agree with it. That's one double standard, right? Another double standard is for women. You say, you the woman, you know what I mean? You should be able to do X, Y, Z, and men can't do. You know what I mean? And so men will be like, well, they get to do it, but we can't. Certain things going to work in your favor. Certain things going to work in our favor. I accept that. So I don't have no problems with when it works for y'all. I just chalk it up like, hey, that's the double standards that works for them. I accept that. With that being said, the difference in my opinion, one is Drake didn't get her pregnant. I don't think he's trying to get her pregnant because that would take out of his pocket. I don't know if she got money. I know Lotto is a rapper, right? Or she a model or some shit like that. I don't be knowing all the details when these stories come out. I just be knowing what be spinning in the clip a little bit. But I think Lotto is a rapper, right? So I don't know if her sister got money, the younger one. But I know Drake got money. I know he a millionaire a few times over. Drake probably got maybe some M's too. She should, or maybe at least one or two. For her baby daddies, they got a couple of dollars, so she should be well off. The difference is Jalen Green, he a $300 million man. He one of the top athletes, top players in the NBA, and she's older. Drake, one of the top rappers, been one of the top rappers for a little while. Butter, what up, though? Butterfly, what's the word? Harlem, stand up. Good looking on the check-in. That's the difference. I mean, the age difference, they all grown. And I say this on the channel, too. When, what's the dude, the singer, Marcus Houston, right? He was getting a lot of flack from the ladies because he was 40 or 42, I think he is. And his wife was 20 or 21. And he married her. He ain't do what Drake doing, just smashing, allegedly. He married her. They got a child together. They in the religious, they in the Jehovah's Witnesses together. A lot of women was mad. Like, yo, this nigga was grooming her. We don't believe he met her at this age. That was the only thing that was a little funny when he met her. But nonetheless, the age that they got, that she married him at, legal. And I said, if you could be on Gag Queens, if you could be in porn, barely legal, like you could be 17 today, right? Turn 18 tomorrow, and you could be on Gag Queens getting your back blown out by 5 different white niggas and 3 black niggas. Nobody's gonna say anything. People gonna watch, you're gonna get viewed, people gonna beat off to you, you're gonna be spinning in a clip on those porn sites, right? Nobody's gonna say nothing because you grown, right? You can vote. You can't drink at 18, but you can vote, and you're considered of age. So if you can do Gag Queens and you can do porn at 18, ladies, then she could date Drake. And again, Marcus Houston, he married her. They still married. Have a child together. You don't hear nothing about them. You know what I mean? Hopefully they doing well. Hopefully they make it last forever like Keith Sweat. Drake and this Lotto sister, she 20, 21. She's of age. Yeah, he is older than her, just like Drea is much older than Jalen Green. But she got pregnant by a younger guy. And even though they both consenting adults, so it is what it is. That's his bad. He gonna have to hold that L if it don't work out. And she leave him next year after the baby is born, collect the child support. That's just something he got to deal with. You got to make better decisions, and you got to learn how to protect your seed. You know what I mean? Can't just come in everybody. We know that once you decide to have a baby with the wrong person, that could mess your whole life up, man or woman. That's the facts. So if he was cool with that, I'm cool with it. The thing with Drake is he not getting a young girl pregnant, at least not yet. I don't think he want another child. If he do, that's money coming out of his pocket as opposed to Drake. She ain't going to be paying for nothing. This guy's worth millions. And now that she's his baby mom's, she probably shouldn't have to pay for nothing. That's the only difference with that when women in the comments like, y'all ain't dragging Drake. You know, there's really no need to drag him. They, just like both cases, they both grown, except one, Shorty been a vet. And Drake is a vet too. To the hot sauce and the condom and all that with Shorty. He been around the world. He been lover boy and all this shit. You know what I mean? He been around the block. Just like Dre had been around the block. Except one's expecting a child and the other one is just, they just having fun. I'm sure after he finished, Drake that is, if it don't spark a flame and the moth to a flame, they probably not going to be an item next year. It's probably going to be over and done with. And she might not have no baby. That's the only difference I see is both consenting adults. Are they grooming? It's kind of a it's like a spicy word now on today's internet streets, and who's being groomed and who's gullible, who's not gullible. You know what I'm saying? If you could do porn at 18, you can fuck a regular guy, a musician, a rapper. You know what I mean? That's just how I view it. I don't really come down too hard on Drake or Drea. Obviously, she got the baby bomb. If that's what she want, that's what she want. Let's speak about some more babies, right? Kayla Nicole, the YouTuber, the little skinny joint that her niggas just snatch her hair off and run and all that. You know, I did a story on her, didn't know about her. I seen a couple of clips of her when I was doing the story back then. I think it was like last year, how she got famous, who she is, through the dude, what's the dude, Bandman, Kevin Bandman, or whatever his name is, the rapper nigga. He was on Say Cheese podcast, and he was saying how at the time his girl, his baby moms, was allegedly saying that he kicked her out, threw her on the streets. So I did the story. That's how I found out like who Kayla was, who this guy was, etc. So anyway, long story short, he was like, yo, you know, I was with my lady, but this Kayla chick is real popular on YouTube. She know how to get to the bag. He was trying to plug his girl with her, right? So he like, yo, he ended up getting with her, popping 2 honey packs. She wanted to pop. She had a boyfriend at the time, and he popped her, whatever. It was a whole like scandal shit. That's how I found out about this shit. Anyway, fast forward, she's still getting money now. She a rapper now. I guess she a YouTuber and a rapper. And salute to the sister for figuring it out, right? Because most time people, a lot of men, a lot of women too, kind of drag like she's not really attractive. She is like real skinny on some olive oil shit. You know what I mean? And her wig snatching off. I guess she was purposely making herself look like less than. When you see it now, I mean, money do a lot of wonders for a lot of people. When you eating good in the neighborhood, you are alright. So anyway, she got 2 kids now, 2 boys, right? So people are dragging her. Some men are dragging her. I really don't know why, but they like, yo, she an unfit mother. She ain't never want to be a mom's and all that. And she like, listen, I'm successful. My business here is in Atlanta or Alabama. I think the father's in Alabama or whatever it is. But let me just play her shit real quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about. This Kayla chick. Where's she at? Right here. Kayla right here. This is how she look, and this is what she talking about. You can see in the small picture how she look. Like right here, down there in the green. She look a little bugged out.
He can't take care of his kids.
Yeah.
And he asked me for them, like literally the day we got into it, the day we fought, the last fight, the breakup, all of that.
They had a breakup.
He asked me before he left the house and was getting his stuff. He said, "Can I take the baby?" I said, "Yes." And he asked, "Can I keep my son?" I said, "Yes." Fuck y'all want me to tell him no? But it's not like he had them and I don't have them. We just share. Like he all the way in Alabama. I'm in Georgia.
So she is
What
in
sense would
Georgia.
it make for me to have 2 little children by myself and all our life is back home? Our support system, my mom, his dad, my dad, our family, all of that is back home. I'm here like 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
I can't just struggle here by myself with them. And
She won't be struggling because she got money.
Cry if I'm having a hard time, but luckily when I do keep them by myself, my kids do not trip on me. They got their routine.
So pretty much she like, yo, people is mad at her, and I'm on her side with this. I think when babies are small, obviously newborns, you need the moms around. Not that the father couldn't handle it, especially if he's experienced, had kids before, but boys, like, I give an example of this real quick, because my show, we ain't got no set format. For those that's old enough or you familiar with the movie Boys in the Hood, we know in the beginning of the movie we see Trey was wilding out, African booty scratcher, hit the kid over the head with the chalk stick or whatever, and Angela Bassett sent his ass to Fury, his pops, and we know that the movie not only was about boys in the hood and the obstacles and shit that go on in California, niggas doing drive-bys, gang shit. The movie really is about, and it took a little while. You watch it a few times as you mature, and you watch the movie again and again. The movie really is about Theory saving his son, and you see Trey, the only one who had a father. He really the only one that lived. Ice Cube died, his father was gone. Ricky died, his mom. I mean, everybody was either died or they in some fuck shit. Ricky ended up going to college, and Trey ended up making it out, etc., because he had his father around. His father showed him what was what. As soon as when he pulled up, clean the grass, clean the tub. We going fishing. We gonna have talks. I'm gonna cut your hair. Don't be having unprotected sex. Teaching them how to be a man as only a man can do. Only a man can do that, because we're men, right? When you young though, you need the nurturing love of your moms, boy or girl. So she happened to have 2 boys. I don't know their ages. People in the comments, some of the men, they like the kids not even 10 yet, so they should be well. In the movie in Boys in the Hood, I think Trey was, I think he was 10 or 11, right? She's successful. She a rapper now. Like I said, she's been successful for a little while, so she got a couple dollars. So it won't be like she's struggling by herself. Obviously, they are separated now. They're not together, so they don't live together. So if the kids is with her, it'll just be her. No parents around. Like she said, they're in Alabama. But I don't really have an issue with him having the kids. He asked for the kids. A lot of women in the comments is going at other women that's calling her an unfit mother too, or a mother that don't want to be a mother. And they like, y'all just mad because y'all baby daddies, they don't want your fucking kids. They don't want nothing to do with you or your kids, so you tight. And that's you, ladies, some of y'all. And she happened to have, as she said, he's a good guy, he's a good father. He wanted his kids. And I think more dudes should want their kids, and I'm not saying that they don't, but the image or the narrative that's spun on social media is that guys don't. A lot of us is deadbeats, and I ain't even got no kids. I said us. Even though I helped raise 2 kids that ain't even mine, and both of them are doing pretty damn decent for themselves. No babies, no gangs, no jails, no none of that, working and doing the right thing. That's what we do over here, right? So I don't got no problem with him wanting his kids, or her saying, yeah, take them niggas. And like she said, it's not like I don't have them. I got them too. We just doing it our way. And also too, what works for you people in your own personal life doesn't mean it's gonna work for the next person in their house. It's all variables, and although some stuff may be similar and we may do some things the same, everything ain't gonna be that way. You may do some things your way, and I may do some things my way, and it's working for me and it's working for you. So who are you if it's working for me in my house to tell me I gotta do it your way? Who are you? Who are you to tell me how to rock my shit when everything is fine over here and everything is fine over in your house? So I think people was a little, social media could be an unreal place, you know what I mean? And with, and so unreal that you got somebody like this, who people would say that she's in a delusional world, right? Even though I don't think she is. At least not when it came to this. Where that shit at? See if I can find it real quick. Damn, where's this shit at? Where you at, girl? Where's it at? Social media is a delusional place for most people because they're not living in reality of what it's really hitting for. Where is it at? I don't think I can find it, but anyway, Cardi B, right? She out and she was on Wallow, and I think she was on $1 million worth of game podcast. I want to say podcast, but they wasn't at their normal spot. It really was like outside, and she jumped on camera and she like, I want to say this, and she was pretty much telling ladies, like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? She like, yo, I'm not a feminist no more. I don't want to be a feminist. And we know Cardi B, she could be, she could tell y'all she don't cook and clean. She going, say this and say that. And a lot of it's entertainment. She is an entertainer. She is a rapper, etc. But in this particular, joint, I don't know why I can't find that shit. In this particular joint with Wallow, she like, yo, there's nothing wrong with going 50-50. And this somebody that's a millionaire, right? Her and Offset, they got a couple dollars. They doing good for themselves. She like, yo, back in the days, obviously money was, you can get more for your buck back then than you're going to get now. Right now, chopped cheese, you want an extra slice of cheese or some mushrooms on your sandwich, you're going to pay $20. No juice, nothing to wet the, just the sandwich, $20. And I'm being funny, but obviously stuff is more now. Inflation, you're going to pay more. So she like, nowadays, if y'all make the same, Ty, what up? She like, nowadays, if y'all going to make the same, y'all gotta help each other, because if you make the same amount of money as your husband, this is what she was saying. Cardi B, Ty KK, this is what we be talking about. Cardi B and her, the shit that's going viral right now. She not a feminist no more. Women is delusional. Some people don't be living in reality. She like, yo, you making the same as your husband. He paying all of the bills and you just using your money to buy bags or to do X, Y, Z. If y'all are a couple and y'all together, how y'all gonna go forward? How y'all gonna get better? How you gonna get a business? How you gonna get that house you wanted? How you gonna take vacations? How you gonna put your kids in college if you even a household that's thinking about college? A lot of us are still first. That's going to college and doing things. You know, takes time to do better. And if you know better, then you do better. So she like, yeah, you know, it's one thing if your husband is rich or he making a significant amount more than you, then yeah, you know, you probably only got to contribute a little bit because he has it. But if y'all both on the same playing field and y'all say y'all together, you moving as a unit, then why would you know, let him break his back and you know, use up all his resources and you're not doing nothing with your money constructive to help y'all move forward? And when the rainy day come, great fire on the check-in, you know what I mean? And when the rainy day come, how y'all gonna make it through the storm? You're not gonna be able to make it. And so she like, a lot of women may not like it. It's gonna sound controversial, and it's really not. It's just like, yeah, you could do bad by yourself, then just do bad by yourself. If you don't plan on building with nobody, a lot of times we know, like, you know, social media, you know, the narratives that they be spinning that, you know, we can't get it together, we don't want to work together. Some of it's true and some of it's bullshit. You know what I mean? There's still people that's trying to push forward and be a unit. And y'all know I come from a family of marriages. You know what I mean? Almost everybody in my family married. I was once married, got divorced, it didn't work. I would do it again. You know what I mean? Even though in the climate, yo, don't do it. They're going to take everything from you. You're going to be on child support. They're going to take alimony and all that. You know what I mean? Those are the hardcore facts and reality of a lot of people that have gone down to the divorce aisle. You know what I mean? You may get taken to the cleaners if that's you. And ladies, a lot of times that is y'all doing that. But talking about for the people that still want to go that route, how do you elevate? And then you think about the Huxtables, right? It's a fictitious show. Bill Cosby, Claire, you know what I mean? We loved them. They was the favorite parents of our generation. Cliff was a lawyer. A doctor. And Claire was a lawyer. Two high, you know, profile professions, if you will. Obviously bringing over $100,000 a year. You know, he was delivering babies and she was a badass lawyer. See, they had the brownstone, they had kids. They never seemed like, none of their episodes that I recall seemed like they was doing bad financially. It never happened like, yo, the mortgage is due, the car broke down. It was other lessons and stuff that they taught us. Nothing was dealing with finances. To my recollection, if you recall an episode where they was down and out, now that was good times. That was Archie Bunker in them. You know what I mean? That wasn't, you know what I mean? That was George Jefferson on Archie Bunker until they started moving on up and he got them cleaners. Then you never heard them talking about finances either. George was doing well for himself. Had a few franchise cleaners. It takes two people, especially in today's time. You're talking about a cup of coffee, bro, Starbucks. You know what I mean? Like you want a cup of Starbucks, you better work, bitch, and you buy yourself. That's what you're gonna be doing anyway. So if you with somebody that's a good person and y'all trying to get it out the mud, then you need to get it out the mud together. Let's get to this other shit though. Let's talk about Dr. Dre, right? Because he recently let me pull a clip up. Talking about Eminem and Eminem being the best rapper that he ever heard. The best rapper, period.
I think he's the best MC ever. I mean, I point blank, period. Of
Point
course,
blank,
there are going to
period.
be arguments about that because he's a white guy. You know, I don't think anyone that's rapping can touch Eminem on that microphone. I think he's the best MC.
So yeah, hold on. Let me go to the comments.
I mean,
Got a lot of comments. I got my thoughts on this. And I'll say this, right? First and foremost, I don't think Eminem is the best rapper. Y'all know if y'all watch my channel, I got Nas, I got Hov, I got Jada in the top 5. And I never even told y'all the whole top 5. I keep saying I'm going to do my list. You know what I mean? My list is official. Got Jada, Nas, and Hov, and obviously that's 3 New York people. But it is what it is. I don't think Eminem is better than any of them, but I do got Eminem as being one of them. Now, he definitely top 10 in my book. And he definitely eat a lot of MCs. Now, you talking about like battling, ciphering, or even if you start comparing catalogs. But I'll go with like Future said, was it Future or was it Game or what? It was somebody. And they pretty much was like who listening to N? You know what I mean? Like, who's driving around listening to N when you go into the club? Is they putting Eminem on? And even though he got some hit songs, Toy Soldiers, and you know what I mean, and you know, I Am Whatever I Say I Am, like M got a lot of hit songs, platinum, million times over, sold millions of records. Ball for ball, like just battling on some Cannabis and Lil Wayne's and you know niggas that's nice can spit. He gonna hang with you. He might dust you off. And when you start talking about catalogs, it's about to say categories, catalogs, and put your song on. I mean, put this song on. You're not gonna go against Hov. Hov, Drake. Even though I don't got Drake in the top 10, you know what I mean? He top 20. Drake is top 20. Last few years, bodies of work. Got to take a little off for the what's the dude Quentin Miller. The songs people may have wrote for him or people writing your rhymes. You in my book, you can't be considered the best around, and nothing's ever gonna take you down. If people is writing your rhymes or they really helping you, you know what I mean, like get to the, you know what I mean. But outside of that, Hov, if you say Eminem and Hov do a versus, Hov gonna have way more hits. Now Eminem may be able to hang lyrically, and you'd be like, oh, the metaphors and the similes and all the shit that they use and the extra voices, the fast flow and this and that. You're gonna be like, oh, nah, this shit's fire. But when you put on Jigga My Nigga and all of the songs and you go against his songs, it's gonna be a lot of songs where you just listen to like the meme of Hov where he going like this, and the Hov songs you're gonna be dancing and rocking. The Nas you're gonna be, you know what I mean, like the Drakes and Kanye's. Certain people's songs you're going to be rocking, and then other ones you're going to be like sitting back. So in that sense, also Dre is biased. He produced Eminem. He brought him to the rap game. Eminem probably made him the most money out of anybody that he worked with, even 50 Cent. So I understand why he's saying that. Obviously, Eminem wrote for Dre. He wrote for a lot. And then also you had the argument, people like, yo, Eminem don't cross over to our culture, so that's why he's looked at like not the best, and if he was black, then he would be. You hear even Drake. I keep saying you even hear Drake saying because he's white, it's going to be controversial. Or people may not dig that, but you got to say he wrote. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but then it comes out when they move their lips, just a bunch of gibberish, and everybody act like they forgot about. He wrote that. He wrote what's the difference between me and you? The Chronic 2001. He damn near wrote almost all that for Drake. He wrote other songs for Jam. He's a dope MC. There's no getting around that. The God MC. Obviously got the song "What Is Love" with Lil Wayne. To me, he killed Lil Wayne on that. And you know, again, Eminem is super nice. But I think what takes away from M, in my opinion, why he's probably not top 5, at least not no more. If he at one point in time was, is because he don't got a lot of hip hop hitting songs like The Bridge Is Over and just them hip hop bangers, the lean backs, you know what I mean, the fuck it up in the club and 50 Cent. Like he got songs, but you don't got those type of songs. It's just like Paper Soldiers and you know what I mean, and Slim Shady and funny type jokes and pills and you know what I mean, the shit with what's the dude, Royce 5'9". Obviously he's a lyricist, and 50 Eminem got songs with him. A few, I think they did an album together, or was it a mixtape? He on with Lloyd Banks and I'm a Warrior. Like Eminem got verses and quotables, but it's not hitting like, hey now, like the Bravehearts and all that. Like you just don't got them verses. I learned the game. I know what I want and I'm in it. My time is now. It's gonna be up in a minute. You don't got those, you're my darling, darling baby. Like you just don't got them certain songs that hit hard. That if you in a hip hop forum in a hip hop place and that song come on, people gonna be rocking with it. Even though he's nice lyrically, you know what I mean. You got a lot of people that's nice lyrically. Papoose is one of them. Cannabis is one of them. Branson is one of them. Joe Buttons is one of them. And besides that, Pump It Up. Dude, I think Joe Budden's got like maybe 2 more. I ain't gonna shit on him like that. But that's it. You know what I mean? Like, after your first couple of shots, you ain't gonna be able to really do no verses where people is rocking with it. Even the Ja Rule. Ja Rule probably got more hits than Eminem, just songs that we like and we gonna rock with. You know what I mean? You could say it's singly. Another is 50 Cent. Wow hits. You know what I mean? Not that lyrical as an Eminem or, you know, who else? Coogee Rap. You know what I mean? Coogee Rap is mad lyrical. You know what I mean? 4, 5, 6 is in the mix. Hitting them with the trips. Head crack. Time to get the bread black. Not a lot of hits. Big Pun, again, lyrical, got hits. Fat Joe got hits. So that's the point where Dr. Dre kind of look at you with the side eye. And Dr. Dre, in my opinion, is one of the best producers of all times. I got Dr. Dre top 5. Dr. Dre is in my book. For NWA, his own album, Snoop Dogg, you know what I mean? Like Eminem, 50 Cent, Busta Rhymes album, what is it? What's the Busta Rhymes album? With Rick James on it, the Ghetto Love and all that, and the Missy shit. That's Dr. Dre album. Dr. Dre produced that album. So Dr. Dre got wild production, right? He's one of my top. Obviously, Jermaine Dupri. I'm gonna say Teddy Riley. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say Timbaland. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say the RZA, obviously, and you know it goes on. Obviously, you got Pete Rock. You know what I mean? It's a lot of dope producers, and beat makers. Kanye West, obviously. You know, but Dre is definitely top 5 to me. So I'm not gonna say that he don't know what he's talking about because he produced too many hits. But I understand the argument that a lot of people make when it comes to Eminem. When you jump in your car, who's the artist you putting on? You probably, now if you playing the radio and Eminem come on, you ain't gonna take it off. You're gonna listen to the Monster, you know what I mean, with him and Rihanna. You're gonna listen to some of the songs, but you're not going to throw those songs on. You know what I mean? SaTurDaY, what up? You know what I mean? You're not gonna just go in the car and throw those songs on. J-Dub, what up? That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to this last shit before we get out of here. We've been on here for a little minute. Saturday, had time today. You know what I mean? First Saturday of Ramadan, day 6 of Ramadan. We feeling good. We feeling blessed. Let's get into this last stuff with Cam, right? Cam, him and Mace, they starting to be the gift that keeps on giving. I love their podcast. You know, they be having a lot of viral clips. You know, it's Mason is Cam, right? Like Mason bet that. You know what I mean? Like horse and carriage, and we're gonna ride. Like we rock with them. They talking sports now. They talking everything now. I'm gonna play the whole clip because I'll just give my views on it. But he talking about the Dre shit as well, but more so the football player getting Shorty pregnant and all that.
Where you from? Don't know you from nothing else.
Cam is mad
for being my old joint.
Being my old joint.
The next nigga get excited about that. I'm with Cam old joint. Yeah, nah, kill old joint right there. That's my shorty now. No, that's Cam old joint.
That's Cam old joint.
I ain't into that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't into that, man. So that's why I'm saying with that I get an opinion, but once you got Bow Wow and Future, and you don't know who she dated, this is just the babies. I can't get with that publicly on that level. On that level. Because it's a celebrity thing. Like,
so pretty much, right?
I can't.
He pretty much saying like leftovers. So, you know, what's the football player? Stephon Diggs, what's the name? Trayvon Diggs, Stephon brother. One is on Buffalo, one was on Dallas or whatever, right? So they brothers. He got a joint pregnant. She expecting a baby. He 25, she 35. No real big age gap difference. But pretty much what Cam is talking about, a lot of ladies was mad in the comments because he was like leftovers. I guess that's that word, you know, ruffled a little feathers. A lot of ladies like, you know, everybody's somebody leftovers, right? And that may be true. He like, even at this age, I don't want no version. You know, you probably ain't gonna get no versions now anyway. You know what I mean? He like, I went and want one. But I think what a lot of people was missing in his commentary is it's the celebrity world. You know what I mean? Again, regular people like me and you meet somebody, you know, they got a pass or whatever. You know, you can't So they say you can't really help who you fall in love with or who you rock, who you gravitate towards, who you want to be with. In a celebrity world, though, if you with a woman, like for instance, Trayvon, right? You say, damn, she got a baby by a Future. She got a baby by a Bad Wow. She done dated a couple of other celebrities, right? Why would you want to rock with her? And if you do rock with her, have fun, do you, but don't have no more babies, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Now you the third, fourth baby daddy, my guy, and y'all all famous. So that's the only caveat is like, you're like, yo, celebrity world, a lot of this shit is passed around. And 50 Cent said that too. I forget the line. I know you said these niggas fuck with the same old chicks, and somehow they all think they game so slick. Like, we all think our game is so slick, but we all messing with the same chick. So how is your game better than mine? What you did better than me, or what did I do better than you, but we both smashed the same chick. So we qualify for the same type of chick. Now that also could be too, because you're running in the same circles. But when you're rich, you're a celebrity, you can move around. You got personal chefs, personal trainers. You a high value, woman or man, money-wise, right? And hopefully character. You could go get who you want. You don't gotta go mess with the same people. When you see, for instance, the Lori Harvey's, right? She's gonna keep getting men. She's attractive, she look good, you know what I mean? And right now, she the hot girl, she the hot chick. You see a lot of people was messing with her. And then she was messing with homie from Snowfall. They broke up. I heard she back with him. Maybe her pool of selections is drying up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe her pool of selection is drying up because she back with him. But I understand what he's saying. Like, if you're a celebrity, why you want to, you know what I mean, go after somebody's seconds, especially if it's not one person, it's 2, 3, 4. It just kind of make other men look at you with the side eye. And then 2, you ain't getting that NBA money, my guy. Those contracts is guaranteed. One missed tackle or one broken leg from you, and you're out of here, right? And we're going to end the show. Do you ever think about when you out of here, your record deal, video out of here, Mercedes, Benz, and Range Rover, all that shit is out of here. Your whole NFL career is out of here. Or you'll be like the other guy, Cheetah, from Miami. What's his nigga name? Tyreek Diggs, right? Or no, Tyreek Hill. Got the kids with the joint, you know what I mean? Baby moms and all that. All your resources gone, you ain't get married, and those contracts, even though you get a couple dollars up front, it ain't like the NBA. And one left turn or one broken ankle or whatever, and your career is over, and they ain't gonna be rocking with you like they was rocking with you. Another thing is this too. If you couldn't get them before, you know what I mean, why let them book you now? You know what I mean? If you couldn't rock with her, she wasn't rocking with you before you made it big and you became the best around. And nothing's ever gone, so why you let her get you now? You know what I mean? If you gotta get her on the back end. You couldn't get her on the front end when she was at her best. You getting her on the, you know what I mean, the downside. But she wasn't really feeling you. And without no money, she wouldn't even talk to you. She wouldn't even let you breathe in her face and say hi. You know what I mean? Let me buy you a coffee. They wasn't rocking with you. And back then they didn't want you. Now you hot. They all on you. It's just mind-boggling to me. Only because, like, without social media, I could see this shit happening a lot because it'd just be hearsay, word of mouth. But we actually got the Brittany Renners getting online saying, yo, these athletes and these people is dumb. What you got to do if you want to come up and you want to bag is do X, Y, Z. We proving them right. Like, come on, my guy. We got to do better than that. We gotta do better than that. You know what I'm saying? Last thing here, right? I know I said that was the last thing, but we did been on here a little minute. Mr. Ramsden, what's the word, my guy? It's the last thing, right? Kanye, he's spinning in the clip a lot, but he was recently talking about, his trials and tribulations and talking about Jesus, right? So that's why I want to talk about it real quick. Now, I ain't going to be really long-winded. He was like, yo, I got an issue with Jesus, or, when I was saying my prayers, he wasn't really, that's what it said, Mr. Amsterdam, my bad. Mr. Amsterdam, what's the word? He like, I was too busy to pray. I had to do it myself, and kind of hating when people say, I'm going to pray for you without no work. Obviously, we know, well, maybe not obviously, but I'm a man of faith. I believe I'm not the perfect, I'm not the best, but I do believe in God. I try to be a good individual. I try to pay it forward. I try to get better every day. That's just me, right? It's not everybody, so I get it. I don't believe Jesus is God. If you do, I'm not knocking you. I don't believe that. I believe he was a man like me. He was a great man. He was a prophet. He was a prophet of God. He did come with the Bible. He did lead the people and all that. And he did vanish and he'll be back. That's what I believe. But he like, yo, you know, people be like, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to do this. He like, but what about the work? And this is what I was going to say is obvious, but maybe it's not. Faith without work is nothing. You can have faith all you want, but if you're not working, then it's not gonna reap no benefits. So for instance, you can say, I believe I'm gonna get skinny if you're overweight, but if you don't change your diet, if you don't go to the gym, if you don't hang around people that's working out, trying to motivate you, if you don't do anything to switch it up, you can believe and have faith that you're going to lose weight all you want. So I just want to say for that, it's like, you know, he was almost kind of like, you know, not believing God is real. In this case, he was using Jesus. And you had a lot of wild comments. And some people was defending like, yo, Jesus always show up for me and God always show up for me. You know, don't buy that. I say this, if you don't have a relationship with God, you try to get one. It's not just blind faith. It's not just faith with no work. You do got to try to do something. And definitely, you know, a saying in Islam is believe in the Most High, but tie your camel. Obviously, it's from a desert, you know what I mean? And from back in the days, obviously, the messenger of Islam, it was the Arab, so going back that time. But I'll use this analogy. Believe in God, but lock your car. Believe in God, but lock your door. So you can believe in God all you want, but if you live in a crime-infested neighborhood, then you better have some protection. You better lock your door. You better keep your head on a swivel, then still believe in God. And whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Just don't believe in God. Believe your door open and let people run up in your crib and they there to play off, right? Because you're going to be taken for a vic. So, you know, I just thought that was interesting. Being how he was like, he made Jesus walk, so he never going to hell. And he also had the ministry, I think every Sunday he was, you know, doing his little shit or whatever. And Kanye, he got a lot of stuff to say. He got at Drake. Got at a couple of people, got at the other young boy for the podcast. We ain't got time for that right now because I got some other stuff to do. So y'all know what it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in to my show, Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.